Hey, honey, your patterns of thinking are not helping you at all, okay? I'm Rosemary, Nonny. I'm the Prosperity Minister. I support driven spiritual people to regain their confidence, to leave behind the pain and the limiting beliefs of the past, to rise victorious in their true design life. Now, this is the thing. You have been immersed in a world where you've learned to not expect too much, okay? So you're always looking for for what could go wrong. You're working against what could go wrong. You're trying to get away from things all of the time. The work that you do, the chances are that you're doing it just so that you don't get into debt or that you don't get further into debt. Okay. The relationship you're in, there's an element in everything that you do. There's an element of self-protection. Nothing wrong with that, except you're not expanding anymore. What you're doing is just maintaining and protecting what you have. Because your way of thinking is that you see the world as a very hostile place. A place where everything is against you in some way or the other. You keep jumping to these conclusions about if someone looks at you in some strange way, or they happen to glance at you and you immediately think that they're thinking something negatively about you. They say something, you immediately go for the worst case scenario of whatever it is that they're saying, even though that may not be actually what they're thinking. But you assume that you know that they're against you in some way. You don't even notice that you do this because it's become so normal to you. But I want you to start paying attention to where your mind goes to when something happens. Immediately something happens. Is it always to the negative perspective? Is it always as though you have to protect yourself from people around you? You have to protect yourself from anybody, taking advantage of you all the time? I get it. Yeah. There's a certain element of wisdom in how you have your dealings with people. But if you are always expecting things to go wrong for you, always expecting people to treat you badly, I understand that things have happened that way in the past. But is that how you want to continue living? Because I promise you this, that if you continue to put that kind of energy out into the world, that is what you're going to be attracting to you. There's always another way of looking at things. There's always another way of looking at things. You have this, and you really do, I know you really do believe that your way of thinking is the only way. But the thing about thinking this way, one, it's false. Okay? But two, it's eating your confidence. And without confidence, you're not going to be able to step into the next level of prosperity no matter how much you pray and affirm and do all of that stuff. Why? Because you're not allowing yourself to even see the good in anything. You're always looking for the catch. You're looking for where things can go wrong. Guess what? You will always find what you're looking for. So honey, are you willing to change, to challenge your thinking, to shift your thinking? I'm not saying we're going to go around all the time, all happy, and although there's nothing wrong with being happy, is there? But I get it. Yeah, you don't want to be taken advantage of and all of that stuff. And yes, there's wisdom. But the way you do it, honey, you know what I'm saying here. There's just a little bit way too much negativity. Not a little bit, way too much focus on all the things that can go wrong, as though you are not one with the divine, as though you are not created in image and likeness with the divine, as though you are not a powerful creator. You are, but you're acting as though you're a victim of life. You are not. You are creator of life. And it's time you remember who you are and regain that inner self-assurance that says everything is working out for my good. Because honey, it is. Except you're only looking at the stuff that doesn't look the way you think it should right now. And you're making assessments, you're making assessments and judgments that keep you trapped in a world that you don't like. Awaken, my love. Go and get the confidence book. Stop delaying. Go get it. Use it. Use the strategies I put in there to start shifting your way of thinking. It's incredible the change that can happen just by a few little tweaks here, there, and everywhere. Come on now. Go get the book. There's going to be a link around this video. Go and get the book. Also, share this with someone else. Until the next time, much amazing love.